Check 1-1. Check 1-2.
Good evening, Blue Jay fans, and welcome to tonight's matchup between the visiting team, the Elkhorn North Wolves, and your hometown, the Ashland-Greenwood Blue Jays. You are in for a show tonight as I am joined by the superintendent of schools, Jason Leibel, and on the technical side is Tim Washburn. And you'll get to know why this is so funny.
Oh, boy, Kendra. It's been a little bit of a process over here, so we're only as good as the people that's around us, and I'm sorry, they're not very good right now.
It is quite interesting, as I think we've been ready. They've been prepping since about, 3:30?
It's been a while, and I don't think they're still ready to go, so hopefully people can hear us right now.
That's right, and if not, that's all right too. But thank you for joining me tonight as we again are hosting the defending 2-year state champs, or one?
I believe it's 2.
I think it is 2.
Yep.
And again, they're coming in tonight with a record of 8-1. And of course, everyone knows Britt Prince and her mom, Ann Prince, who a lot of you will be watching tonight. But again, she is joined by one heck of a cast on her team, as she's got Reese Booth, who is going to play some volleyball, as well as Grace Heaney, who is going to play some volleyball, and just a lot of great teammates.
Yeah, it's more than just Britt. Obviously, Britt's a great player, probably a top 5 player nationally in her class, but as Jordan and I were talking, she's got a lot of good parts around her as well. It's a well-balanced team. And Britt's an unselfish player as well. She's going to look to get others involved, but when she needs to take over, she certainly has that ability.
Absolutely. And again, the very tough, extremely tough Ashland-Greenwood Blue Jays, who I have been very fortunate to get to broadcast and watch all season. And the one thing I cannot, talk about enough is the adversity that they have overcome. Again, we are going to be starting with yet another lineup tonight.
Yeah.
As Lauren Gertis is still not able to play, and so the last couple games she hasn't been able to play, but she had a uniform on. Tonight she is not in uniform, so the Blue Jays, again, just not the numbers. It's hard to practice when you don't have all those girls, and again, just another girl that can't come off the bench and play. So it's going to be a battle for them.
Yeah, tough go right now for the Jays. The old injury bug is hit, and that kind of snowballs, it seems like sometimes. One girl gets dinged up, and you get a couple more all of a sudden. But one thing we know about the Blue Jays, they're going to play their tails off. Yep. They're going to play really, really hard. They're going to play unselfish ball. Thing I love about our coaching staff, too, is they're just very steady. This could be a time of the sky's kind of falling, but just knowing Coach Hubert and Coach Hogue and Coach Ross, they're just so steady and calm and even keeled. And it's all about getting better, too, competing and getting better.
Yeah, and I would definitely agree with you. And, it gives a lot of girls an opportunity to play and show what they have. And, again, what an opportunity that they have to play against a top-notch Class B team tonight and show what they've got. So why not?
You bet. And it's all about building towards districts as well, right? And I mean, you want to win every ball game, that's for sure, but we've had a heck of a tough schedule with the Bergen girls. Auburn's tough now and tonight. And again, it's about getting better, getting to district time, playing your best ball. And I think this is, as you said, an opportunity for other girls to grow.
Absolutely. So we will pause as we will get the sportsmanship announcement from Activities Director and Assistant Principal, Mr. Detterding, and then the National Anthem.
Ashland-Greenwood High School welcomes you to today's contest featuring the Elkhorn North Wolves and your Ashland-Greenwood Blue Jays. Ashland-Greenwood Public Schools promote good sportsmanship. Please support the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, ethnic, sexist, or other intimidating comments or actions directed at officials, students, athletes, coaches, and or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the facility. Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, please stand and remove headgear for the playing of our national anthem. starters for tonight's contest. First, for the visiting Wolves, 5'8" junior.
All right. So the starting lineup. First for the visitors, number 1, a junior, 5'8", Reese Booth. Number 2, 5'11" junior, Britt Prince. Number 3, a 6'2" senior, Grace Heaney. And number 10, a 5'9" senior, Grace Thompson. And number 31, a 5'11" junior, McKenna Murphy. And the Elkhorn North Wolves head coach is Ann Prince. And now for the Ashland-Greenwood Blue Jays, number 3, a 5'7" sophomore, J.C. Fainmeyer. Number 10, a 5'6" junior, Paige Comstock. Number 12, a 5'6" junior, Jada Laughlin. Number 22, a 5'10" junior, Olivia Pike. And number 25, a 5'9" junior, Bree Schefdor. And the Blue Jays head coach is Dave Hubert. Assistants are Reese Hogue and Sean Ross.
Blue Jays are coached by Dave Hubert, Reese Hogue, and Sean Ross. Ladies and gentlemen,
I beat him.
let's play.
Sometimes I listen for the names, but I got him.
You got him in there, Kendra.
So,
nice
yeah.
job. Got a nice crowd on hand tonight. Good student body over there, so ready for some good basketball.
You know, and we do need to make sure that if the camera does not move with the game, it is all Tim Washburn. And one time I did do the game and tried to announce at the same time, and I did miss plays.
Okay.
Definitely. But this time I am not taking ownership for
No,
that.
it's all Tim's
It
fault.
was all Tim's fault. So we are, as you can see, if you are watching or if you're not, if you're just turning in audio, also we have Elkhorn in their black jerseys trimmed in that Carolina blue. And that Brad's kind of one of his favorite colors, and the Ashland-Greenwood in their home white jerseys trimmed in royal. So Elkhorn North will win the jump ball, and immediately they go quickly inside to Heaney, and they get their own offensive rebound. Booth runs it down. Quickly gets it to Murphy. Over to Booth. Skip pass in the lane, and they will get it back now in the corner. Drive, nothing there. They find Booth, and it's stolen away.
Good steal.
Fainmeyer.
Looks like the Blue Jays start off in the little box and one. They're manning up on Britt Prince and kind of letting the other girls go, so we'll see how that pans out for the Jays.
Nice job there by Fainmeyer to keep her dribble. See, this is the part I actually like about people that, you know, had daughters that play a lot of basketball, and you played a lot of basketball. You can fill in all that stuff.
Well, I didn't play it
that I
very
don't
well.
know.
I played a lot. I just didn't play it very well.
Okay. We're going to talk about your I got a little background on that.
Uh-oh.
Olivia Pike off the
Good
glass.
start.
Blue Jays with the first score of the game.
Nice high post flash there by Olivia and knocked it down.
Prince with the basketball, being guarded by Laughlin. Great defensive player. And she passes off to Murphy. Murphy to Prince. Back to Murphy now in the corner.
Yeah, the goal here is really not to let Britt catch the ball. That's going to be a challenge, but also take her out of her rhythm a little bit.
You make it sound so easy. Just don't let her catch the ball. I mean,
And there she goes. She just caught it. So,
off the glass of Prince, and the rebound comes down again to Murphy, and she travels. So
the Jays are off to a great start here. A couple of defensive stops and a quick bucket. So start off with good momentum.
and the timeout again will be called by Ann Prince as she's going to take a look at thing. Oh, no, was that us? I don't know who called it. Somebody. Hey, but we got the lead.
I think the Jays might have called that, so maybe just want to go over a couple more quick details. But yeah, great start by the Jays here, and maybe got the Wolves rattled a little bit, so gotta like that.
You know, and I like, you know, your game plan. Like, it's quite simple. Just don't let her catch the ball.
Yep. Now she's awfully athletic, right? so that's going to be a challenge. But once she does catch it, looks like really helping over and trying to force the ball out of her hands.
Yeah, and I think, you know, Jada Laughlin, we've talked a lot about her this year and how great and how quick she is on defense. It reminds me of Drake Zimmerman on the varsity boys team. So Blue Jays will inbound from the sideline, and it's a kick from Britt Prince. And so, again, it'll go back to the Blue Jays. Again, Blue Jays lead 2-0 with 6:21 to go in the first quarter.
Looks like the Wolves are picking up their pressure a little bit.
And Blue Jays get it up to Bree Schefdor, but it's turned over, and here comes Britt Prince, and she will go off the glass for her first 2 points and the first 2 points for Elkhorn North.
It's a little full court pressure by the Wolves right here. It looks like a little zone matchup, man-to-man.
Ooh, and the Blue Jays, another turnover. Ooh, I was going to say. Yeah, I thought she picked it up.
Well, they are really pressuring the ball, so obviously key for us is taking care of it, not turning it over. So we had a couple turnovers in a row there. Coach Hubert make some adjustments and get that locked down.
So Blue Jays inbound again from the side in front of our bench. Comstock to Pike, back to Comstock. And we go to Fangmeyer in the middle, across the timeline. Now over to Laughlin. Oh, no, 3 turnovers in a row. I bet we would like to have that back. Okay. You knew where I was going. I didn't even have to finish. Man.
I'm a mind reader.
Man, you are. That's impressive. Prince looks to drive, and she's going to be fouled by Schefter. And Bree got into foul trouble on Monday against Auburn, and so didn't get to see a lot of playing minutes. So let's hope that doesn't happen again.
It's going to be important for her to stay on the floor. Strong, athletic kid, and her defense and rebounding is going to be important tonight.
And Booth over in the corner goes to Thompson. Thompson with the baseline jumper. It's a Wolves up by 4, or up by 2. Sorry, gives them 4. Comstock to Pike. Into the middle again to Fangmeyer. Over to Comps.
And guess what? Tim's missing some action here already. Tim, you want me to run this for you?
Let me guess. He's missed all 3
minutes? I think so. He's in the zone right now. You got it, Tim?
Oh, boy.
It's like walking and chewing gum at the same time. It's not working out for Tim.
And he's got to do the score, too. It looks like he hasn't kept up on the score either. Oh, boy.
Except we're only as good as the people around us. And
let's not go with that. I think we're better. So Prince, pull-up jumper, no good. Comes down. Again, offensive rebound to Heaney. And, again, bucket goes up by Thompson.
Got to do a little better job checking out there. That was a little bit too easy, and just got to get our backsides into them. They got long, athletic girls, so we need to keep them off the boards.
Yep, we're going to hear from Mark Adele. I think that they're definitely going to lead us in offensive rebounds as of now. Laughlin off the glass, rebound by Schefter. Another shot, no chance, but Comstock gets it down. And Pike, top of the key. Pike picks up a 3-pointer, no good, too hard. Rebound comes down to Pike, tries to save it, she does.
Good hustle, good save right there by Olivia.
So Blue Jays will look to set again. Elkhorn North leads 6-2. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. And if you're joining us, Tim is trying to train on all this equipment. He has trouble moving the camera. He has trouble talking, and he has trouble keeping score.
He's not even paying attention to the camera right now. So.
He literally has no idea what's going on. Folks, let's just say that Tim is much better at broadcasting than any of the technical side.
Thank goodness.
Jason, what exactly is he doing right now?
I don't know. He's watching basketball. He's watching a heck of a game. So I'm going to move the camera here because – Tim,
what
are you ready? Are you going to move the camera, Tim?
You told me I can't touch it. I have to leave it right
Okay. It's stolen away by Prince. But what about over here?
There we go.
And off the glass.
Okay.
Prince gets 2.
Well, stoppage of play here as the mat comes off the stage, and Brad Jacobson with the good hustle over to get the mat back on. I don't typically refer to Brad as hustling much or working. I'm just kidding, but good effort by Brad right there.
So Coach Hubert takes his second timeout, and again, Elkhorn North leads 8-2 with 3 minutes and 31 seconds to go. And we don't know what you've seen.
They've seen a good effort by the Jays. We're turning it over too much. We're getting hurt on the boards, and I know there's things that Coach Hubert's probably going over in a timeout right now. We get off to a really good start. I think Elkhorn North is going to be a team that can really spurt on you, can go on a big run. The key is if you can limit those runs and coming out of timeout, be important to get a bucket here.
Yeah, and I think, as you said, we've done well with them on defense, but we're giving them a lot of second chances to put up that next shot. So, but again, I think they could probably wear on you a little bit. So
I know Emma Keith got hurt Monday night as well. I know she hasn't hit the floor yet. I don't know if she's ready and available. It's probably maybe a wait and see, but she would be big on the defensive side and rebounding as well.
Yeah, especially since she has been our leading scorer the last 3 games that we have had. And she did, after the Auburn game, go into the hospital emergency room and got some stitches.
You bet.
So, yeah, we have not seen her, and I'm not sure if we're going to see her tonight.
Tough kid. She wants to be out there, very tough kid, but we'll see if she's ready.
Yeah, so our bench just keeps getting a little bit smaller each time. So Pike, tries to inbound. Another turnover, though, for the Blue Jays. And Prince, nice eye.
There's that spurtability by the Wolves.
So they go up 10-2 now. Laughlin, she gets it to Pike. Pike up to Comstock. Comstock crosses the timeline. Oh boy, and she double team it. She gets it to Pike. 3 minutes to go. Comstock will look to set up the offense for the Blue Jays.
Well, half court man-to-man by the Wolves. They really want to get out and pressure. Good help side defense.
And into Pike. Pike kicks it back out to Glock, who is checked in. And Glock is at the corner. She dribbles in, tries to get it into Fangmeyer in the paint. She does. Fangmeyer, nice move to the bucket. Go too hard off the glass. And she was thinking she might get fouled, but didn't happen. Prince with the basketball. And she hits on the Thompson. Nope, sorry, Murphy.
Good looking shot there. That looked pretty pure, and a good pass by Brett.
And again, here comes the Blue Jays. Comstock gets it across the timeline to Pike. Pike quickly to Fangmeyer. Ooh. Maybe a little stutter step.
Maybe we got away with one. Hey, we'll take it.
We'll take it. Pike at the corner. Pike puts up a three-pointer. Good. Oh, I thought that looked good.
Looked good. Looked good.
Here comes Prince as she looks to run. She's also cross-country. And there we go. Left-hand layup goes in by Palmer.
We talked about Brett being more than just a scorer. That was a really nice look there. Found the open teammate for a layup.
And Craven checking in for the Blue Jays, as well as Stodden for Elkhorn North.
Well, you know, if you put a Craven on the floor, you got a shooter out there. So look for her. I know she's been shooting it well. Big minutes for a couple of freshmen out there on the floor as well.
So the Blue Jays, we've been bounded in front of our bench quite a bit.
Yes,
tonight.
we have. Played a lot of the basketball on the wrong side of the court, but we're going to make some adjustments here and rectify that. Hey, and Tim is moving the camera. That's great news as well.
And again, another steal by Elkhorn, but that was all he got. He just moved it once. That's okay. Hey, guys, we're just baby steps here, guys. Baby steps. Another shot goes up by Thompson. Murphy, where do I just keep? I don't know why I can't get Murphy. The rebound comes down to Glock. She gets it to Comstock. A minute and a half to go. There we go.
A silly foul by Britt Prince there, but a long ways away from the hoop. We'll certainly take that one. That's her first.
That's crazy. There's only 2 total team foul. I mean, in the whole
game.
Like, there has been games that we've had 18 in the first quarter.
Been pretty clean right now.
So Comstock with the basketball to Craven. Craven skip past the Glock. Wide open on the baseline. Glock puts it up. No good. And it's going to be a jump ball.
Yeah, just short-armed it a little bit, but went after the offensive rebound, got a tie-up. Looks like it's going to stay with the Jays.
So Chef Door will check back in. So it'll be Blue Jay basketball underneath their basket. Blue Jays still just with those 2 points scored early on. Craven looks to inbound. Good play. Yep, 5-second call.
Yep. Well, we're going to bring the pressure now, see if we can't get a stop, slow them down, take them out of rhythm a little bit.
The problem was they had already inbound before we
were
ready for that.
Might have been true.
Prince, 3-point attempt, no good. Rebound comes down to Palmer. Palmer puts it back in for 2.
Yeah, they're really hurting us on the boards right now. We need to turn and check out. And again, doesn't look like Emma Keith maybe is going to get in the game tonight. That hurts us on those boards, but the other girls got to step up and find somebody.
So Comstock crosses the timeline, and they're going to call them with the hold. 22 is called for the foul. Stodden, that's her first. Oh, yeah, I know what else. You have all this time on your hands. When I had to do that, I had to keep book. What?
Oh, my goodness.
I know.
Multitask. So you did the announcing, the book, and the camera? You didn't do all 3.
No, but you either announcing and book or camera.
Okay.
You're just hanging out.
I'm just hanging out, just enjoying life.
Right well,
watching Tim.
Actually, you have a really hard job tonight. You are keeping track of
it's a great
Tim,
job.
So.
Love the people I work with.
How's he doing over there now? Is he getting better?
I think maybe it's more Wallman's teaching than Tim's learning here. I think that might be the true problem.
So Glock in the corner. She sees Craven. Craven goes up. No good. Rebound
Again,
comes out to Palmer.
Good take. Just went up against some good size there, some length. But I like that post feed. I like Reagan posting up and taking up strong.
Prince looking to run. Booth with the basketball on the baseline. Skip pass over to Prince, and it's stolen away by Comstock. Help from Fangmeyer to definitely set that steal up. Fangmeyer now. 5-4-3, Pike on the baseline, and stolen away. Reese Booth is like, well, that's a really long ways. So at the end of the quarter, the Blue Jays trail with a score of 2-17.
Well, the key coming out this second quarter is just, again, continuing to compete. The effort's there. You certainly can see that. Again, we're just battling a lack of depth. Not that that Marley and Reagan haven't come in and given a good effort and played well. Just playing against a very good team, and we're a little bit shorthanded tonight.
Yeah. And I think the other piece is just, as you were saying, we're short numbers even with the JV end. So, Jada Laughlin, Reagan Craven, Marley Glock. I think that might be it. I might be missing. Those guys have also already played 2 quarters of JV.
You bet.
And that just kind of weighs on you when you then don't have some of these other girls that come in where right now Elkhorn North doesn't have that same thing.
You
so
bet. That's a challenge, and I really appreciate our coaches making sure that our girls are getting some JV quarters in as well and just not scrapping that part of it because it's important for them to get some minutes. But at the flip side, they're going to have some heavy legs and some tired legs coming in this varsity game. And Elkhorn North certainly wants to push the pace and the tempo up the floor. So we're going to have to be prepared to run.
Yep. That is it. And the girls, like you said, there's been some great moments, just some things where offensive rebounds and maybe some turnovers here and there where things would maybe look a little bit different. So we'll see how it goes. So it'll be Elkhorn North basketball to start the second quarter. So Britt Prince, the junior, Division I prospect.
Yeah, looks like we're in a triangle and 2 now. We're manning up against Britt and let's see, it's Murphy, right?
Yeah.
31's Murphy,
yes.
So we're playing man-to-man, straight up man-to-man against those 2, and the other 3 girls are playing a zone.
And the shot on the baseline for North, no good, and the rebound comes down to Booth, and then she's fouled.
That's really a challenge when you play a junk defense like that, whether it's a diamond 1 or box and 1, triangle and 2, is it's really difficult to rebound out of sometimes when you're kind of playing zone with those 3 other players. And so we just got to, again, find somebody and go check them out.
So Olivia Pike with her first foul. I think Kiara Libo got a little bit used to that triangle and 1 and diamond and 2 or whatever.
Well,
I think I made that up, one of those up. Triangle and
2, right? Diamond and 1 and box when that Peru State education's coming out right now between the 2
After
of
I
us.
said that, I'm like, those numbers don't really add
Oh,
up, right?
yeah.
Hey, I had the triangle and maybe some of that right.
Peru State College, Harvard of the Plains, right? So.
Hey, everyone, that is exactly where Jason Label went also. So all of you that are here and proud members of Ashland-Greenwood Public Schools, that's where your superintendent went also.
Bobcat
so
Nation.
That's right. Also, he was a Bobcat standout basketball player, could shoot from anywhere.
Well, I shot a lot, that's for sure. I could shoot from anywhere, but I shot a lot. And, of course, Kendra was an outstanding volleyball player down in Bobcat land as well.
I hit a few coaches. That's not normal, but it was fun. It wasn't intentional. But, in the paint, shot goes up from number 10, Thompson, otherwise known as Murphy. I don't know why I'm exchanging those 2 names.
It's tough. They look a lot alike.
I don't know what's happening. So that foul is now Olivia Pike's second foul. Ugh, that's not very helpful.
That's tough. Another tough thing is you got to think the Wolves are used to playing against some junk defense, especially teams trying to take Britt out of the game, whether, again, it's a box and 1 or a diamond 1. So I'm sure they've worked on this in practice and are prepared to execute against it as well.
Or triangle and whatever, or circle and something.
Something.
What does circle and something look like?
That could be interesting.
I think we should see. So Fengmeyer with the basketball crosses the timeline to Craven. Craven skipped past the Glock. Oh,
yep, she was there.
Britt Prince just took it right out of the sky. Britt goes coast to coast for the layup, makes it 21-2.
Wolves still bringing the pressure here. And I said, probably need to get somebody to the middle of the floor. Here she comes.
Oh, no. Comstock kind of starts.
There it is.
The Glock. Good job. Now back to Comstock. Craven over in the corner. 6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Shefdor in the middle. Shefdor off the glass. Too hard. Rebound comes down to Shefdor. And she goes up off the glass.
Battle.
Nice job. Nice battle there.
That's what Bree does well, right? She took it strong, didn't quite get the first one, but followed up with a strong finish with the left hand and got the bucket.
Fengmeyer almost with the steal. And nice pass, though, underneath to Heaney. And again, another offensive rebound, though. And Prince over in the corner, 3-point attempt, and it's good.
Love J.C. Fangmeyer's effort on defense.
Yes.
Certainly something she didn't inherit from her dad. If you watch Barry play at the alumni tournament, he plays no D. So it's good to see J.C. getting after it.
Definitely something she got from her mom.
That's no doubt.
Craven in the corner, no good.
Good looking shot right there.
Rebound comes down to Prince, and they like to run, almost stolen away by Sheftor. And now Murphy with the basketball. Second share. And stolen away by Sheftor. And she gets it to Comstock now. And still picking up in that pressure. Fangmeyer now back to Comstock. Now down the court quickly, Reagan. Over to Sheftor. She's left wide open off the glass.
Good pass by the sophomore right there. Love to see that.
And Sheftor leads the Blue Jays. 6 points for the Blue Jays, 24 for North. Prince pull-up jumper. No good. Rebound comes down to Fangmeyer. And they're looking to trap Fangmeyer. She stays strong. She's
good ball handling there. Yep.
Block now and knocked out of bounds.
Really nice job by J.C. Fangmeyer there, keeping her eyes up. Good little Isaiah Thomas move, broke the pressure. Looked up the floor, just Elkhorn North did a nice job of tipping that ball out.
Isaiah Thomas, man, you were going way
That's
back.
old school right there.
That is
I'm
old
old.
school.
So when you're old, you go old school.
Olivia Pike inbounds to Comstock. Comstock, good hands there. Actually, her feet. She kind of threw it at her feet, but Laughlin over to Pike. Pike puts up a three-point shot. No good. Rebound comes down to Murphy. Murphy will bring it up the court herself. Good defense again by Laughlin. Murphy goes in off
Good
the
take
glass.
by Murphy. Yep, she's a nice ball player.
And she's just a junior, 5'11" junior. As again.
Yep, still bringing the pressure there. Just a little bit of a mishandle by Olivia.
A lot of these guys, of course, when they started this school, were all freshmen and sophomores, and now are all getting to be juniors and seniors.
A lot of familiar faces when our two daughters played against them. A lot of the same girls out there that are now, juniors and seniors. So.
What are we running? 4-man. That's what you're running. Prince with the basketball. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Ooh, nice drive and dish from
nice dish
Prince
there.
to Palmer.
She's definitely tough to stay in front of.
And Blue Jays again, that pressure, and Prince, another kick. She just does a good job of anticipating what's going to happen.
Yes, just a very good athlete. I know she's a heck of a cross-country runner. I know she does some summer softball, does a little bit of everything, and well-rounded athlete.
Track,
you bet.
That's why she can run the floor and not get out of breath very much, it seems like. So Comstock with the basketball.
They really have us pushed out towards half court here. We're going to have to probably break them down off the dribble and get something going to the basket.
Fangmeyer puts up a three-point attempt. Shot, rebound comes down to Booth. Booth looks to run. She gets it up to Palmer, and they're going to take a charge. Comstock, that's
nice
right.
job. Love that effort play. She got in great position. It'd be easy not to take that charge when you have a lead like Elkhorn North has, but she's a competitor, stepped in there and did a nice job.
Nice job. Are we good?
And Jordan's leaving us. Now I'm really concerned
I am too.
Tim is completely on his own at this point in time.
Oh, boy. We better make sure we have our phones on.
Yep. Oh, yep. Although Jeremy Strahan, I got a shout out. He says we're doing a heck of a job. So, and Jeremy, thank you for the Christmas card, too. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you, Jeremy. That was. Laughlin with the basketball. Oh. No, don't be hurt.
Yeah, that would not be good at this point in time. Looks like she might have rolled her ankle a little bit there.
Jason, you may have to suit up.
Oh, nobody wants to see that. No, nobody wants to see
It's either you,
an
or,
old,
it's
out
either
of
you
shape.
or Barry Fangmeyer.
Barry would have a better chance at this point in time.
So just under 3 minutes to go until halftime. Blue Jays trailing with a score of 6-28. Over in the corner, shot goes up. Oh, geez, Craven with a rebound. She just about gave it to Elkhorn North. I don't know. I think maybe Bree was trying to hit it off their legs. I don't know what that
Not sure,
was.
but it worked out for us. We got the ball
yeah.
back, but
Yeah, I think she thought maybe she was in trouble and was going to try to hit it off their legs and out of bounds. But we got it back regardless. Sometimes there are just those things that you're not really sure how to broadcast. So if you're watching, you get to do the play-by-play
If
at
Tim
home.
actually has it on camera, then you get to see
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
And
but-
if he doesn't, really sorry. Really,
Yeah.
Reagan?
That was one of those. If she's going for a layup and you don't want her to get a 3-point play, you go at her a little bit harder, right? You want to take that. We say you take that off at the wrist. You don't want to be blatant with that foul, but you don't want the ball to get up to the rim and give her a chance at 3-point play. But just sophomore, she's learning.
That was the superintendent nice way to put it. Her mother's way of putting it was like, really? That what was that?
You just gotta say you got to take it off
She
the wrist,
literally,
right?
just tapped on her arm. It was like, here, look, I'm gonna get called for a foul, but I'm also gonna let you make it.
But she's also just a really nice girl too, so it's a catch-22.
Okay, we'll go with that.
We'll go with that.
Man, they sure do have a lot of. I wonder, do they work on that in practice? Were they like?
It's really active, aren't they? I mean,
They
that's
are.
what probably the third or fourth,
Yes.
fifth kickball already this half.
Maybe they do soccer, and they're 1 day a week. I don't know. Fangmeyer inbound into Comstock. Now over to Laughlin. Blue Jays looking to set.
We haven't scored for a little bit, so it'd be nice
Yeah.
to get a bucket here.
Let's get some double digits here going. Oh, almost stolen away. Chef door hanging down. Oh, Laughlin. Laughlin again looking to drive. Good drive by Laughlin off the glass. No good. Oh,
Good strong take.
Good strong takes.
Yeah,
Prince.
needed that one to go, but it was a good take.
Oh, nice pass again as she finds Prince. Finds Murphy on the left side for the score.
You think the Wolves? Yeah, it looks like they're backing off the pressure a little bit. So
Probably could do that.
Yeah,
Comstock
I think
tries to
so.
take it. And Palmer steals it away.
Yep.
She double dribbles.
good fortune there. They had an open person down the floor.
Did you know that if you don't want to say Britt Prince, you just say Prince?
Prince?
Prince. B-R-I-N-C.
Prince?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. It's a new thing. You just combine people's
So kinda
first
like
names and last
was
names.
it Brad Pitt, Angela Jolie? What do they call them together or
I
something?
don't know.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Maybe
I'm dreaming something there. So.
I'm excited to know what you
Okay,
come up
I
with.
have no idea what I'm talking about right
Probably
now.
something that's not appropriate, but I don't know. I will tell you that, Kale and Dane often get Dale.
Okay.
And my boys get blank if I'm really mad at them.
Okay.
Not that I'm mad at Kale and Dane, but Blake and Blaine, if I get mad at them, they get blank.
Sure.
Because that just rhymes. It just happens sometimes, folks, when you get older. You just run names together.
Speaking of old, that could be Tim's problem right now with this whole camera thing. Maybe
And
it's
it's also
a
fine
young
'cause
man's game, and
he also can't hear us, so clearly it's fine also. We can say whatever we want because he can't hear us. Maybe we'll give him a headset the next half and see what
I
he can
think
do.
that's necessary.
Prince with the jumper.
Well, that's pretty smooth right there.
Pretty smooth. Oh, now we're going to pick up again with some half court or some kind of pressure. I don't know. That's your call. Color.
Little
What are you
three-quarter,
doing?
three-quarter court. We'll call it that.
Craven finds Pike. Oh, Pike,
Yeah.
right idea, but it came back to her. We'll take that. And she's fouled.
I think our first free throws. Maybe we've shot this half. I think.
Yeah,
Is that
well,
correct?
if you were keeping the scorebook, we
Well,
would know
we'd
that.
have that. I'm sure Mark Adele has it down there, or Tom Walsh.
We'll talk about the school. First day in. I could really be the best person ever if I could find her. Where is she? Second free throw from Pike is good. She hits both free throws. I'd like for him to put us at the free throw line more.
Now Tim is
What is happening?
tangled up in cords right now.
I wish. Let's just turn the camera on him for a while.
Oh my goodness.
He is a hot mess over here.
Oh my goodness.
So you're still going with we're only as good as the people that
Yes.
are on us? Because I
Struggle bus right now.
Struggle bus.
Yep.
Prince, pull up jumper again for number 22. Stodden, Pike into Laughlin. 33 seconds to go until halftime. Laughlin brings it up the court for the Blue Jays. Gets it to Comstock. Now back to Laughlin. 20 seconds. Chefdor out to Pike, quickly over to Comstock.
So they're going to pull it out. look for the last shot here. Be great to get a bucket going into halftime.
Oh, no, not a steal. And Lawfoot's tied up. Now over to Pike. Oh, Reagan's going to have to take it, and it's high, real high. And it's going to go out of bounds. She passed it to her grandpa.
Yeah,
so at the half, the Blue Jays trail with a score of 8-36.
Love seeing Reagan take that shot right before half. I was ready to call a bingo, a Tim Washburn bingo there, but looked good coming off the hand. And, again, love to see her taking that, not hesitating.
So we will also stay tuned to make sure you will get the stats from Mark Adele. Man, if I don't know if it's legal. I could really have a great halftime interview too. But what's he looking at? What? What's he talking about?
I don't think he knows what he's talking about right now, but.
Okay. So one of the things I do want to talk about with Mr. Leibel is today was a big day. Actually, was a
huge
day in history.
Huge day.
Huge
Holy
day.
cow.
So why don't you tell us all about how this big day in history went in the school district, Ashland-Greenwood School District?
You know, it was a great day. It was awesome to get the kids in the building. We had an open house last night. Holy cow, I think we had probably close to 100% turnout with parents and kiddos, and maybe even some aunt and uncles and grandparents snuck in too to see the building, which is great. It's an awesome building. We got a ton of positive feedback. Last night, lots of colors, lots of room. Love how the building's set up in different pod. You know, each individual grade level has their own pod and learning commons, and it's just a beautiful building. Of course, there's always bugs you're going to work through, right? And so we had some technology bugs. We're still working through some water things at the building, but you know, Hausman's been fantastic to work with. They still have folks on site, and Schaefer Electric. They had to replace a circuit breaker tonight that we're having issues with. So having that support and just continuing to keep the ball rolling here has been awesome. Drop off went very smooth. Pickup. Going to have to do some tweaking there probably with pickup, but we knew it was going to be processed. But bottom line is just excited to get the kids into the building. Yeah.
Well, you know, I think as a former employee of the district and, you know, just even as a parent of the district, you think, and then just being a leader in, you know, another capacity, I think sometimes we forget how many things have to go in play to make all this work. You know, like, as you mentioned, like pickup, you know, like now the other school gets out at 3:10 because buses now have to go to 3 different buildings.
Right.
You know, so maybe just talk through a little bit about what all that is like and sharing all of that.
You know, a true benefit is we have a great administrative team, right? And people that are willing to truly work together, to dialogue. We meet on a consistent basis. Of course, a lot of our meetings first semester revolved around opening this building and not just how it's going to impact the primary staff and primary administrators, but again, district-wide. It truly impacts district-wide at all levels because of pickups and bus routes and shared staff and things like that. And I think our administrative team, they all put kind of their egos to the side. We all kind of want what we want at times, but they're willing to kind of push that aside for the betterment of a fellow administrator or betterment of, say, the primary staff or intermediate staff. And I know talking to Megan Pohl today at the intermediate building, she said it just felt different, right?
Sure.
It was just it was quieter, of course, but you know, I think people kind of forget. You know, obviously we built this new primary building, but there's also great benefit at the intermediate building as well. That now they have more space, more freedom to move, able to use different classrooms and develop their own kind of commons areas and a true teacher's lounge, just different things to make that building more conducive to learning as well.
Yeah. You know, my boys I'm good, you know, 5th graders in that building. So I just even asked them, I said, did it feel different today? Because, you know, even though lunch rooms are staggered, but, you know, even just that, there's the difference in the hallways, difference, you know, even out at recess, you know, and just all of that difference. You know, I don't know what's all going on the first floor, but obviously that whole first floor is moved out.
Right.
And I know you guys didn't move everybody down because there was no need to uproot everybody if there was no need to. But so what kind of is happening on that first floor, I guess, over at the intermediate building?
Right. So, you know, again, Megan Pohl, we brought her on kind of early in this process, and the thought behind that is to get her acclimated and kind of get her ready to take over a building. And she's got, again, a lot of great ideas about how she can emulate or parallel what's currently at the primary building into the intermediate building, such as a mother's room, again, teacher's lounge, security. We really need to do some revamping of some security front entrance type things, because again, that building was built in 1927,
right.
and again, it's not the most secure. People, once they get through the front door, they have access to the entire building. And so, you talk about lunch room. One of the challenges was we were starting lunch at like 10:45 and running it through 1 o'clock, and that poses challenges for kiddos that eat really early to make it through the afternoon, or they're eating really late, and then also on our staff. That's just a challenge to have that long of lunch period, so it's been nice to kind of pare that down, and so there's just a lot of different things like that I don't know, it's about learning, but it's also just about the environment.
Yeah. Well, I know, again, as somebody who's been in the district, and, thank you to you for your leadership, because I know the superintendent and, the school board, but you've had obviously a huge deal for leading us through the biggest bond issue of getting 2 new buildings, because this is history here.
Sure.
Moving. So, I thank you as a parent and somebody as a former employee here for that, because it's very exciting.
I really appreciate that, and again, very blessed, thankful for our school board that had the courage and fortitude to move forward on a bond issue, which some folks perceived was not a great time to do that. Now, some silver linings is that we're building at $280 per square foot. And if you were to run a bond issue now, it would cost about $550 per square foot. So there's some benefit in that, along with getting some really low interest rates on the overall project. And so the board having the strength to move forward on a bond issue, and then obviously our community supporting it at a rate of 70 to 30%. That's just huge, and it shows how much our community values education.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
It's awesome, but I know it's pretty exciting for Ashland-Greenwood, and and more to come. We got another one too. So, Mark Adele, we'll turn it over to you for stats.
Well, I voted for the bond issue.
Hey, thank you, Mark. Hey, put us over the top there, big boy.
It's the only politics I've ever discussed on the air. Anyhow, as you might guess, we're not shooting very well from the field. 3 of 16, 19%, 0 of 6 from 3. Free throws, though, were 2 for 2. Olivia made both of them. Because they've got a lot of layups on steals, 16 of 26 for 62%. They are 2 of 5 from 3, 40%. 2 of 5, just 2 of 5 from the line, though, so they're human, 40%. Rebounds, we've at times not done a bad job rebounding. We had a flurry where we got 3 offensive rebounds there. We got 11 total. 5 offensive. They've also hurt us on the offensive glass. They've got 13-7 offensive. Turnovers, the big story here. We've turned it over 16 times, to which they've really converted. We have turned them over 7. We're trying to play aggressive defense, but boy, are they good. This is a type of game where you're a three-point shooter and no pressure on you. Work on your three-point shot. Work on finishing at the rim and looking at the rim when they're shooting, different things like that. Because I know what Yogi Berra said, but we're probably not going to win this game, so work on executing different things.
Yeah, and I know Coach Pubert, he's all about improving by the minute, improving by the day, the hour, and I think we'll see that in the second half. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, I think with the turnovers, and I think, the biggest thing, too, with that is it's one thing to turn the ball over, but then when they turn it into points, and that's one thing that I think takes you from a good team to a great team, and that's something that Elkhorn North has done tonight.
You bet.
And we have had some really great shots that are just not falling for us tonight. I can think we would be at least at 20 if just some of those really good ones underneath the basket, some great looks from 3 points, lane 2 that would make a difference. So
I think we've done a really nice job of getting the ball inside.
Yeah.
Our post players are posting up well. Our guards are getting them the ball. Just having a couple that were in and out, right?
Yeah.
And like you said, Kendra, if you get 2 or 3 that go down, you feel differently. The scoreboard looks different, and you're not that far away. So hopefully the second half we need to get off to a really good start. Get some of those shots to fall for us, and just scrap and try to get back into this ball game.
Yeah, and if you were doing the scorebook, I would know whose ball it was. But since you're not, I don't know. And this should tell you something. We used to last year. We had this competition of, who had the better like halftime interview. And I don't know if it's legal, but I wouldn't know if it's not legal. But Kirsten Bernthal Booth is right down there.
Oh my gosh!
And I know
okay.
her.
Oh yeah.
And I thought about going to get her because she actually coached Sage when she was little, and Reese and Sage were teammates, and we know each other. I'm like, I could have went and got the Creighton volleyball coach to come up and do a halftime interview. Like, none of you all could have topped that. But you know what? I stuck with the man of the hour, the superintendent of Ashland-Greenwood Public Schools, who opened a new elementary
I really
building.
appreciate that, Kendra, because she would have put me to shame. But
Also,
I know it's just a
if it's
matter.
legal.
You just didn't see her in time. I know what the real
No,
truth
I
is
saw her.
here.
I saw
so
her. I knew
yeah.
she was there the whole time. I spotted her a long time ago. So I just went
I
around
appreciate
like,
the support.
you know what? It's important right now for our patrons to hear about the building.
Thank you.
So I did worry about this morning when I came. I had to bring Reagan. I'm like, ooh, it takes longer to get out here because if they come this way,
Right.
I'm like, man, I got to think about that. She's driving herself from here on out. So it will be Blue Jay basketball to start the
It is.
third quarter.
That is correct.
You had that.
There's a
in your
good
mind,
post feed once again.
See, look at you. I think you should do play-by-play.
Heck no.
Nice move, Fangmeyer. Dribble
take.
behind the back. Good take to the hoop, but didn't get there. Oh, almost travel. Almost a steal. Prince puts up a three-pointer. I think she almost makes everything. Like, she just got a nice, smooth shot.
Pretty rotation on that ball. Again, you can see why she's a top 5 player in her class. Nationally, getting a lot of looks from some big-time schools.
So Comstock passes it off to Fangmeyer. Booth, as we talked about, her mother just a little bit ago, Kirsten Bernthal Booth, Division I Creighton volleyball coach. Number 1 being her daughter. That's their oldest daughter. They've got Hayden, who's also a freshman. Also a good athlete. I'm not sure if Hayden plays basketball or not. She's not on varsity yet, but. And then another little one. Olivia Pike off the glass.
Whoa.
Nice move.
Another one of those, Kendra, that was just in and out. Would have been a big bucket to get.
Nice defense there from the Blue Jays, and it's a steal. And here comes Fangmeyer. Nice move there by Fangmeyer. Nice job to take that foul.
She did a nice job of kind of just being under control, going off of 2 feet, drawing the contact, and getting to the free throw line.
Murphy, her first. So Fangmeyer continuously improving on her free throw shot. I did it again.
It's the jinx, right?
I know.
It's the dreaded jinx, but looked good coming off her hand. Nice rotation, just a little long on the shot.
I meant Fangmeyer has not continued to improve at the line for you. Oh, that didn't work either. Okay, I give up. I quit trying.
Might have been a walk there again, but.
Oh, there you go. Olivia Pike, the block shot. So it'll still be Elkhorn North basketball. Prince will inbound. Quickly gets it into Heaney.
Yep, going to try to get her back in the corner, and
how'd you know that was
they
coming?
do successfully, and she knocks down the shot. So just got a little more communication from the Blue Jays there.
Play by play. Because you can actually, even say it before it happens.
No,
so like,
not happening. I
like
told
we
Tim
can-
that was part of the deal. There's no play-by-play in this guy's
but you even
abilities.
do it before it happens. Like it's like, I guess it can be deja vu because it's not really, but like
lucky. It's called being lucky.
foreshadowing what's going to happen. So Comstock, again, the Elkhorn North Wolves have 42. Comstock with the basketball.
Good cut there.
Pike, a couple of Blue Jays come back up with it. Fangmeyer, skip pass. Oh no, skip pass to out of bounds.
Yeah, there's a turnover. Just a little bit loose with the ball. Again, the Wolves really play a good, tough man-to-man defense. And they have some long athletic girls as well.
Yes.
And so that's going to make some of those long passes difficult.
And you talked about, we had talked earlier, athletic, and I'm not going to get all this right, but I know Booth, number 1, is going to play volleyball at the next level, and so is number 3, Heaney. Obviously, Prince gets Division I looks for basketball, and a couple of these other girls probably have something to it. I just don't know. So, very athletic girls.
Right, and I was going to ask you, their volleyball season, how did they end up volleyball-wise? First.
Yep.
Okay.
So, yeah, just all over athletic. So, Another score for Elkhorn. Fangmeyer over the corner. Fangmeyer puts up a three-pointer. And oh,
Look good once again.
shot.
Yep, didn't hesitate, pulled the trigger.
Prince comes down with a rebound.
She's really pushing. We need to run the floor.
And she passes off to Murphy. Murphy in the corner, no good. Rebound. Comes down to, and it's going to be tied up. Nope, Booth.
Good hustle by the Jays. We had 2 girls on the floor there.
And Booth drives baseline, skip pass over to Prince. Prince now skip pass over to Murphy. Murphy, no good. Rebound comes down to Heaney.
Ooh.
She hits the floor hard. So fouls on Shep.
That was a tough one. I thought it was just a good, strong rebound by Bree, and the girl kind of went down on her own, but got called for the foul.
You know, we did talk a lot about, just other teammates, besides Prince obviously does a lot, but I've been kind of just watching Booth here. Her job is she gets a lot of rebounds. Clearly her job also is just to set the screens for a lot of girls just to get them open. And, man, talk about somebody who just does their role. And, I mean, it's kind of fun to just watch her.
You bet.
What she does. I mean, she's the setter for the volleyball team. Phenomenal setter. But, man, she does a lot of things away from the ball.
And it could probably be a challenge at times. Britt Prince gets a lot of attention, and she's going to get her share of points just due to her ability. But to see her teammates just kind of understand and stay within her role, that's what makes a really good team great.
Yep.
So
foul will go on Shefdor, and Haney will go to the line to shoot. The first free throw is good. So a couple subs here for North.
And I have to assume Reese Booth is going to go play for Mama Creighton.
No.
She's not?
She's not.
Okay.
No. I will look it up on Twitter. I wanted to say USC, but that's not right. I knew the answer to that once upon a time. What? Amy Clark is impressed with your pop culture knowledge, but I don't know what.
I think it was a Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie.
Oh, yeah, so she has that for you. Oh, Brangelina.
Brangelina, there it is. See? I had it. It was right there.
So there you go. I'm glad the two of you oldies know. So Craven with a three-point attempt. Rolls around, no good. Rebound comes down to Murphy and Prince. Good job, you two. I still have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, I know who both of those people are, but I don't. A rare turnover for Elkhorn North.
Again, I love seeing Reagan take that shot. She was open. She pulled the trigger. Looked good coming out the hand. And, you can see her role is going to continue to grow as the season moves on here.
It would help if she made it. Fangmeyer. Job. Oh, nice. Oh, she didn't have much to do. Nice try to draw a foul, but nothing was there. Come on, Reagan. And they're going to call a foul.
Yeah, I know we've mentioned Brett a lot, but she certainly gets from inline to inline in a hurry. A lot of speed with the basketball, and her teammates run with her as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's because they know she will find them if they run the floor.
And, McKenna Murphy has scored a lot of points. She's their second leading scorer, averages 13.2 points a game. And she goes to the line to shoot the one-on-one. First shot is good. Oh, complete. I totally missed that.
Yeah, it's a three-point play. There's an and one.
See,
I missed it too.
Okay.
Now Jordan's over here kind of rolling his eyes at us like we should have known that. Thanks for the help, Jordan.
Yeah.
But
thanks for bailing us out.
thanks for not teaching Tim, and thanks for not helping us on that play.
Greatly appreciate you. Craven looks to drive.
Good take.
And they're going to call a push on Palmer.
Like that take?
Yeah, I think so too.
He tried to put it on, but he got tangled up in cords. So we can try this again. Tim, we need to get you on a headset here.
I'm a little bit worried about Tim in the headset. Like, we're asking him to do 3 things at once. Talk.
Look at this.
Tim, are you okay there?
Yeah, I've got enough room here. You guys are doing awesome, by the way.
I wish I could say the same for you running the camera, but I'm just kidding. You're doing fine.
Oh,
you're doing fine.
I'm telling you, I have a new appreciation.
I would say on a proficiency scale, you'd probably be at beginning. Okay, you're not advanced, you're at beginning right now, but hey, there's always room to grow. Growth mindset.
Oh, listen, I appreciate the support. See, look at here we go. And Curtis Braddock said I'm making everyone dizzy at home.
Hey,
So-
I did this once before, Tim. I did this before. I did play-by-play and did the camera.
Well, and listen, as another bucket. My goodness.
He
I
just
mean,
takes
to
over.
tell
Tim, there you go. Making me nervous up here.
And look at the leader take charge. Tim.
Oh.
He's building capacity. Mr. Leibel, always building capacity
Yep.
of people.
Yes, he
He's
is.
trying to help out.
Man, how about this Elkhorn North team, though?
Good
right?
squad, Tim.
My
Good
goodness.
squad.
And there goes Pike. Oh, and
We mentioned Tim. Obviously they have a great player in Britt Prince, but just a lot of great parts around her, and you can see there's a lot of trust amongst their team. She's a willing passer, and her teammates, they'll run the floor for her. They'll make that basket cut because they know they're going to get the ball, and
Yeah.
that's pretty special to see.
It's fun, too, is obviously her mom's the head coach over here. I had a chance to chat with her dad a little bit before the game. Great family. And they are, they're going to make a deep run in Class B. Look at that pull-up jumper.
And another point. Couple points again. That gives the Elkhorn North Wolves 53. With just a minute to go in the third quarter. And Pike looks to drive baseline. Now Ellie Steiner's checked in for the Blue Jays. Now over to Craven. I feel like I really have to pay attention with Tim over here, and I don't play-by-play. I better pay attention to what I'm doing. Pike, nice drive. Is she going to be fouled by Palmer and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Again, another nice take. Went hard to her left. It's one of those balls that kind of hung up on the rim, and you wish it would fall and get for a three-point play, but we'll see. She's a good free throw shooter, so I like seeing her get to the free throw line. Oh, see, and I just did it. I just need to be quiet. I'm not going to say a word.
Broadcasting,
I'm not the
didn't you?
play-by-play person anyway. I'm just going to sit here and be quiet.
Well, let's see how that works.
And we are on running clock right now, so there's 16 seconds.
Second free throw is up and good
There
for
you go.
Olivia Pike. Gives the Blue Jays 11. 10 seconds to go. Ooh, you took my program. No, you didn't. I got it. I'm just kidding. Now, she goes straight to the hoop. So at the end of the quarter, the Blue Jays trail 11-53 over a very talented and the defending state champions, Elkhorn North. We think 2 years.
I think 2 years,
2
yes.
years.
Yep. We talked about just that growth, and this is a chance this fourth quarter, again, to work on some things, to try to get better at some things, try to win the quarter. Quarter's going to go by quickly. We're in running clock, but again, I think this is probably what Coach Hubert is talking to them about, is keeping your effort up, continue to battle, continue to compete, and finishing off the game strong with a little bit of momentum. I think we have Fort Calhoun on Saturday.
Yep.
Again, I think that's a game will be competitive, a game I feel confident about, but again, we have to have some momentum going into that game here.
Yeah, and I think, just for the girls, we've talked about a lot, and you mentioned it earlier, Jason, just our girls have had a very tough schedule on top of the adversity with all of the injuries and a different lineup, and they continue to play hard.
You bet.
Every single game, they don't quit, and that's what I love about this team, and I think all of that is only going to benefit them in the postseason.
You bet. I agree. Again, we
So-
talked about it's building towards districts at this
Yep.
point in time.
So it'll be Elkhorn North basketball to start this fourth quarter. And they are running something that Jason's
and
going to tell us here.
we're back in a triangle and 2, so we are manning up against
Or a circle and 1.
number 10. She did score right there. I'm not sure her number. Looks like Grace Thompson. So we're manning up against Thompson and Murphy on the defensive side of it, and the other 3 girls are playing the zone.
So Comstock will bring it up for the Blue Jays, who passes off to Fangmeyer. Fangmeyer now to Shefdor. Shefdor, top of the key. Now over to Laughlin. Blue Jays again with Shefdor, Comstock, Laughlin, Pike, and Fangmeyer. Comstock. Oh, love that move. There we go. And she's smiling.
There's one of those ones that kind of bounced around the rim and actually fell for us this time.
And she is fouled by Brees Booth, who, yes, thank you, Megan Roselle. She did get some, she is going to the University of Northern Iowa to play Division I volleyball. And Comstock completes the 3-point play. So gives us 14. And here comes Britt Prince.
I would guess a short stint for the Elkhorn North starters here, probably a minute or 2, and I'm guessing they'll be right back out.
And the shot again goes up by Thompson, the senior, 5'9" senior, for 2. And in pass to Shefdor, nothing there. Let's get pass over to Laughlin in the corner. Laughlin, that's her spot, no good. Rebound comes down to Prince. And Shefdor, nice hustle.
Yeah, good hustle.
Oh.
Good hustle by Bree there. About had to steal, didn't give up on the play, got onto the floor for a loose ball, just picked up foul. But I love the effort. Our girls certainly are not giving up.
No.
They're going to continue to battle and compete.
And that hurt. That hurt me from up here, just hearing that. Haney again to Prince. Prince jump shot from the baseline. Good.
Not much else to say. She's a really good player, right?
I think it goes back to the beginning, like, don't let her catch the ball. I don't know that she misses. I can think of one shot she's missed. I mean, she's smooth. Pike to Laughlin. Laughlin shot, nice shot.
Bingo!
There you go.
There it is.
Say it loud there.
Bingo!
Nice shot by
I'm no Tim Washburn,
that's
but
great stuff. That is great stuff.
learn from the master.
Oh, yeah.
Booth, but the shot rolls around. Might be her first 2. It's been a while. I don't know if she's shot. So 5 minutes to go in the game. Fangmeyer brings it up for the Blue Jays. Fangmeyer now to Comstock.
Well, JC really handles it well.
She does.
Very poised.
Big change, I think, even from her and her ball handling and confidence, even just from last year.
You bet.
Well, and last year she didn't get to play a whole lot. She had that hip injury at the very beginning, but came back. But yeah, I just see a lot of confidence in her, and just very high skill level with that at that point guard in that position there.
I think a big part of that is I see her car at the gym a lot.
Yeah.
I think her vehicle's up here a lot. She's a gym rat and really wants to improve and get better. And I think we're seeing the benefits of her hard work right here.
Yep, I would agree. So the shot from the Blue Jays, rebound comes down to Elkhorn North. Booth. Thompson, now Murphy, top of the key. Murphy looking to drive, and Murphy loses it out of bounds, but they're going to say it was knocked out by the Blue Jays. Again, as Jason said, the clock will just keep running. And Murphy tries to get it inside to
Good
Haney.
steal.
Shefdor steals it. Blue Jays look to run. Up ahead to Pike. Pike quickly inside to Shefdor. Nice move, and
Good
Shefdor
take.
will be fouled by Murphy.
Bree really has nice footwork underneath. Does a nice job of staying low and pivoting and getting to her left hand, and drew some contact there and got herself to the free throw line.
Yep, and she does, like you said, a great job of just going up strong. So that'll be Murphy's second foul. Are you still getting texts from people that are bothering you?
Yeah. Oh, Curtis Bronick's blowing me up a little bit, but
You know what? Tell Curtis Bronick he needs to go wash some dishes or do something.
and Curtis he's just a nervous guy because he's a Chiefs fan and I'm a Bills fan, and the Bills have the higher seed going into playoffs, and it's hard for Curtis.
It's hard.
Hard for Curtis.
You sound like you really care.
And I went to a Chiefs game on Sunday against the Broncos, and I just cannot make myself into a Chiefs fan. And maybe it's Curtis. Maybe that's the reason why I can't, but I just cannot.
Well, I think Curtis has that effect on people.
I think so.
I did tell him during volleyball that I was going to have him broadcast with me.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
Yeah, I thought so, but
I may have to veto that. Getting Curtis on the air, we may have to.
His beard might get stuck like in the mic or something, though. That could be a challenge. Like Tim getting caught up in the cords over here. You get Curtis getting caught up in his beard.
he had a 2-hour maximum was what he would tell me at volleyball games. That's all he could last. 2-hour maximum. That was it. Oh. I always told him, though, I coached against his wife when his wife was in high school. She was a heck of a player. So after the rebound from Craven, Palmer commits the foul.
Yep, bonus. So we get a chance to shoot some free throws here. I think Reagan going to the line. Is that correct?
Oh, I'm laughing. We had a conversation about her shooting free throws the other day.
I'm sure it was positive, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. We talked to her about, getting in the lane, drawing a foul, going to the line because she usually can shoot free throws. She didn't want to ruin her free throw percentage.
Okay.
Well, she did it again. Like,
She won't say this.
The
but boy,
logic
she shoots well, doesn't she, Jason?
Oh yeah,
logic.
she's a great
Mom
shooter.
won't say that, but man,
I like
good shooter.
I like seeing her being aggressive too, and not hesitating, and got a really nice form, nice rotation on the basketball.
yeah, Reagan's logic behind things doesn't really match, but we'll go with it, guys. It's a good thing she has you guys. So a minute left to go, and there's a drive from number 12, Cudlitz. Ooh, that's a new one.
Is Pribnow?
I completely butchered that name.
Is
We'll just-
Pribnow on the floor for
yeah, she was. Number 0.
Elkhorn North, number 0? I know her dad's sitting over here to the left. He does a lot of high school officiating, maybe some college as well. So
yeah.
does a heck of a nice job officiating. I think it's Brian is his first name, and got a good player for a daughter out there as well.
So no wonder we haven't heard too much from him yelling at the refs. Or
He has
could also be a lopsided score.
Yeah, it could be, but he also, I think, probably has an appreciation because it's not
Probably
not
is.
an easy job sometimes.
And second free throw, no good. Rebound comes down to, Elkhorn. And there's his daughter right there. No shot comes down to Comstock. Up ahead is Glock. She has a layup. Wow, Elkhorn North, though, they are fast. As quickly gets back as Stodden, but she commits the foul. And, okay, are we going to, do we shoot the free throws still? or
Yeah, I
not?
think she'll
Okay.
shoot the free throws. We'll probably let the time
Okay,
run
I was
out
gonna-
here.
I thought, So
Nope, they stopped it.
Glock will shoot.
And should also say we have a guru running clock tonight. It's John Richards,
Yay.
Yeah,
veteran.
The legend is back.
a
huh?
veteran, right? I mean, big shoes to fill. We
Oh.
had Strahan over holiday tournament. Jeremy did a fantastic job. So
He
big
did.
shoes. But Johnny R, legendary.
He is. He's the Hall of Fame scoreboard guy. I mean,
Hall of
he'll-
Fame,
he'll get
and
inducted.
sitting next to the Hall of Fame scorebook guy and Tommy Walsh. And Tommy Walsh has already put in like a 12-hour day today, so kudos
Yeah.
to that guy. He's like the Energizer Bunny, he doesn't stop.
Always
Doesn't
here.
stop.
Both those
Never
guys,
does. Never does. So that will be the game as the Elkhorn North Wolves take down the Ashland-Greenwood Blue Jays with a score of 62-20. The next time the Blue Jays are in action is Saturday, and that is a doubleheader, I believe, with the Ashland-Greenwood girls in action as well as the Ashland-Greenwood boys. That is a home matchup.
Doubleheader, right?
Doubleheader.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure that you check that out.
And have the unified
Oh, that's
contest as
right,
well
yes.
going on. So that's always a
My
tremendous
favorite,
event. So much
yes.
fun. And
Yes.
this is Fort Calhoun's first kind of rodeo or opportunity at
Yeah.
this. I know they're excited to bring their kids down. You know, our kids had the opportunity to compete up at Milford and had a blast. And it was nice to travel. Our kids enjoy getting on the
Yeah.
bus and going up there, but it's also a lot of fun to host, and the place will be rocking. Looking forward to that opportunity.
Will that be taking place in between the girls' varsity and boys' varsity
Correct.
games?
I believe
Okay.
that's the schedule. Yep.
Okay, good.
Haven't talked about
So-
officiating. I'm going to do some officiating for that game along with Barry Fengmeyer. So,
Oh, then I take back everything
well,
I said
I'm going to
about
prepare my
yelling at
back to
referees.
carry him
Okay.
on the officiating side of it because his weight can be heavy. But
Yeah.
okay.
And then, because you have to worry about then Tyler Craven, the Ashland-Greenwood coach, yelling at you also.
That
Yeah, I mean, like,
I don't think TC's ever like yelled at me personally.
well, but
Officiating,
maybe he
but-
was coaching. I mean, if he's not coaching, that might,
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. So.
And we have the Blue Jay wrestling team setting up mats right now, preparing for the home invite tomorrow. That's always a big event. Got to talk about legends. T. Nick Dog walking up the steps
I
here,
see that.
picking up some trash. Trevor Nicholson helps out with the wrestling program. Great person, great individual to have around our kids, have around our program. Very knowledgeable as well.
That's going to be a big event tomorrow, isn't it?
You bet.
Wrestling event.
I think it typically bring in 8, 9, 10 teams. I believe it starts maybe 3:30ish, somewhere in that range, and so be a big day.
And we will have it on Strive if they can't make it. And it'll be a student crew.
Okay,
So tomorrow
fantastic.
night. So yeah, we're gonna. Did you guys? You kind of gave me that look like you thought you were doing play-by-play tomorrow.
Well, I love wrestling. I really do. I don't know a whole heck of a lot about wrestling. I went to a high school that didn't have wrestling, and so I'm a little bit challenged in that area. I love being at the event, but calling it, I don't. The hand signals
Yeah.
and the three.
Just
I'm
watch
sure-
for
yeah.
like red gets 1 point.
Yep.
Green
Yeah.
gets 2.
That's right.
That'll be good.
That's it? That's all
Yeah.
it takes?
Follow the
you know.
hand. That's right. Follow the hand that goes up.
So speaking of, while we're waiting for Mark Adele,
Yeah.
on that topic, so when I was administrator in Louisville and had to go to a wrestling meet, I had to tweet out what was happening. So the legendary Tricia Nicholson, who knows everything, right? So I text her and I'm like, what do you put when, a Louisville kid pins a Platteview kid or whatever? And she's like, well, you say, whatever pins Platteview, whatever. So I'm like, fall. So I did that. Oh my gosh. They're like, what did he do? Pin the whole entire Platteview team? I'm like, that's what I was told to put. Like, whoever, like Nicholson, Fall, Platteview, and they're like, the whole team? And I'm like, that's what I was told to put. Man.
And you're just taking directions, right?
I was just taking directions from somebody who
and again,
knows.
You're only as good as the people around you.
Exactly.
Similar to what we had going on tonight. So we probably need to apologize to the viewers because the technical side of it wasn't that great. So.
Yeah, and there's room for growth. There's room to grow. So, all right, Mark.
Funny you should say that because I see that about this basketball game tonight too. But you're drinking Pepsi there. I can't fault you for that.
See, I know. See?
Anyhow, we were just 5 of 26 for the game, for 19%. Just 1 of 12 from 3, but Jada did hit one, and I was glad to see that.
You bet.
She needs to get her confidence up, as does Olivia. She just has lost her confidence right now, and not far off.
Right.
I wasn't a shooter, but I know for batting in baseball, sometimes you can be off just a little bit. Makes a difference between hitting 400 and struggling to get to 200.
You bet.
Free throws, we were 9 of 12, shot pretty well from the line, 75%. Looking for some bright spots. They were 26 of 41, 63%. They shoot like our boys team because they get a lot of layups just like our boys team. And they were 4 of 9 from 3, 44%. And Britt Prince was 3 of 4. So when you got somebody like that, you're going to shoot pretty well from 3. They were 6 of 10 from the line, 60%. Rebounding the second half, they killed us on the glass as we got just 1 rebound in the second half. They got, for the game, 24. They had 11 the second half. 8 offensive, so we had 5 offensive for the game. Turnovers, a good thing here. We turned it over just twice. They weren't pressuring us, but you still got to like that. We turned them over 11 times. So there's a few bright spots there. We did that, and we shot free throws fairly well. And this is as tough a team as we're going to play all year. I think we've got some winnable games coming up, and they just got to keep the faith. And another thing, Emma, that's hurting us, we've got some players out injured. I mean, Emma Keith didn't play tonight. Lauren Gertis, we can use her scrappiness under the boards.
Yep.
And Emma had been playing well prior to tonight too. We certainly could have used her.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
So hopefully they get back. And this team really isn't that bad in spite of their record. Coming into tonight, I mean, everybody's getting beat except Scott by Elkhorn North. But they had a little change, but they had just, they were the opposite of the Minnesota Vikings. They have just a small minus point, and yet they had a 2-6 record.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
So I'm dealing with a Chiefs fan, Curtis Bronick, blowing my phone up, and now a Vikings fan and Mark Adele. So holy smokes.
You betcha. Now don't ask me who I'd choose for the point differential winning a lot of games, whether it's the Vikings or Ashland-Greenwood girls. I plead the fifth.
Okay. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
I know Coach Hubert, I think Tim said Coach Hubert's on his way up here in a little bit, so
that means we have to, here he
Here
comes.
he
I was
comes.
going to say,
Yep.
man, we're going to have to move on to some Peru State Bobcat
oh,
stuff,
we
stories.
don't, those stories are left just untold.
Untold. All right, you got the first question ready?
I got it, yep.
All right, good. Here he comes.
Here he comes.
All right, Coach Hubert.
Get him mic'd up here.
Ooh, you're not even facing him. Oh, kind of. Tim, come on, Tim.
Come on. Is that Tim Washburn or Jordan Wallman over there running the cameras? So it's been a little bit of a struggle bus up here, Coach Hubert, a little bit today, but we haven't had a lot of support technical-wise, but we got through it. So hey, obviously played a really good ball club tonight.
Yeah.
I ranked number 1 in B, I would assume, and obviously have a really good player in Britt Prince and some good parts around here. Again, what I saw from our girls is they came out and they competed. I know we're a little bit short-handed right now with some injuries and things like that, but talk to me about how you bring that mindset of no matter who you're playing, even if we're down and out, we have a few injuries, that mindset of just going out and competing your tail off.
Yeah. They knew the biggest thing with playing against Elk North is that the girls naturally, high school girls, are going to be a little intimidated by a 5-star athlete, So we had to talk about that and not worry about TikTok and what she might juke you, and they were a little worried, that comes up, and so we had to talk about that, just little battles. We try to do little battles, little pieces. A year ago it was 28 to the first quarter.
Okay.
We were down, it was, and here it was, I don't know, what was it, the first quarter was
17-2.
Yeah. And Wahoo was down 17-0 at the
Right.
first quarter. So just comparatively, we knew they were capable of doing that. And so we tried to limit the runouts, the layups. They shoot a ton of layups.
Yeah.
It's just very few athletes in high school can move the ball like she can move the ball.
Yeah.
So that's what we want to do. We want to get better at transition defense. Our shooting, I'm still a little perplexed. We're better shooters than that, and we've over half our practices now on shooting, and at some point that's gonna come. I just think that it'll come. There's a lot of basketball left, and we had some good looks. And if you pop a few of those, it keeps the game a little, and they shoot a very high percentage.
We talked about that first half. You get 2 or 3 of those that kind of rolled around the rim and just didn't fall for us. 2 or 3 of those go, and it's you cut into maybe a 10-point game, and it feels a lot different. Talk to me a little bit. It looked like defensively you threw some different junk defenses out there to kind of take Britt away, and I think it was Murphy.
Yeah.
Maybe you threw some different girls in Murphy as well. I know. Is that something you probably anticipate maybe having to use that in the future?
Exactly. What we do is we the triangle and 2. Obviously, we're guarding their 2 best players.
Yep.
And then you can either flip the triangle upside down. She's so good, we had to flip the triangle upside down so that we got 2 people waiting for her because she'll choose an elbow. And I thought JC and RC Reagan did a nice job tonight of clogging that up. We wanted her to give up the ball. And 10 and a few of the other kids hit a lot of little, not real high percentage shots. They're just, those 10-footers are hard to make. Threes and layups are easy, and they made a lot of those. So we wanted to force and see if we could get a few of those to slobber out, and so that's kind of what we're doing, making her give it up, and she is just. Everybody thinks she's a good offensive player. She is a really good defender.
Yes, she is.
I mean, so that's tough on Paige and JC and them, but you got to face people like that to get better, and that's how we looked at it. We're going to put it in a rearview mirror and try to get. We're getting close to being healthy. We got 2 kids that are going to be back real soon.
Good.
That's why that shape was messed up. That's why I was trying to come up with
Trying to figure out what that was.
So Kendra was trying to come up with like because I said a diamond 1, box and 1, and then there's a triangle and 2, and she said something about a circle. So I don't know what type of defense you could run, like a circle and 2, or maybe a circle and 4.
That's why color comes out sometimes. I need help with those terms, and so I just threw something out.
We considered a box and 1. We were going to put the box on her.
Okay. Yeah.
And then the other kid in the paint.
See?
Well, that's what people did to Kendra back in high school. She
That's
just
what you
didn't
have to
realize
do.
she was a legend.
When you can bang 3-pointers, you're dangerous.
Exactly.
Let me tell you. But, I think, we talked about a lot tonight that we had some great looks at the basket.
We did.
We really did take some good shots. And, how much, too, is we don't have as many subs off the bench anymore. And you also have to find a way. You guys do an amazing job of trying to keep the JV season going, too. And you're trying to you have to use some of those girls now too, and that just keeps developing them, and then using some of them. And so, how much do you think maybe that impacts some of those shots?
It hurts your legs a little bit.
Yeah.
And the JV was a really good game.
Yeah.
The 3-quarter game was a really. Did you guys do that game?
We did not.
But you were.
No, we were here.
And those are the same. A lot of them the same kids.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we're trying to keep the big picture here. Where we are. All these kids basically, well, all of them except our 2 seniors who are injured right now. Everybody's back. So. we're always looking forward and telling them even this. We had a decision to make. I've done this in the past. We did it to Lincoln Lutheran a year ago. We could have taken the air out of it and kept it close, and it looks better in the scoreboard. But we decided, ladies, we're going to give you a chance to make some shots, and we want the game shots. And we know if you play a little faster, that's really dangerous against a team like this. So we decided to do kind of a combination. Be patient, be patient, be patient. But if you get a look, go for it. Let's see if we can hit some shots. And we didn't want to just hold the ball. That's pretty boring for everybody. And I don't know if you learned anything out of that.
Yeah. Well, I think, as we've talked about, and I've been fortunate enough to get to follow this team all year and broadcast them. And, I know from that aspect we've talked a lot about, to your coaching staff and to the girls, these girls play hard. And I know for coaching for 15 years, this would be hard because every single time I go down and get a lineup, even tonight I said to Mr. Detterding, I'm like, okay, we got another one. Like, you have had to come with a different lineup every single game because there's another injury. And they're legit injuries. I mean, it's something, and it's because the girls play hard. Yeah. And so that makes practice tough. You don't even have enough to almost play 5-on-5. It makes practice tough. It makes games tough. It makes preparation tough. But you've got them playing hard and getting them to face adversity. And we talked about how in the postseason, I think it's going to make a big difference.
Yeah, we think so. Our goals at the conference tournament there to, obviously we got Fort Calhoun on Saturday, and we really want to focus on the conference and go for it and do something. Last year we were in the semis, got the semis, so we want to get to the finals maybe if we can, and because I think we're going to be healed up for that.
Yeah.
Good.
So.
All right. Well, good luck on Saturday. They'll be calling the game again.
Yeah,
and
thanks for doing this.
You bet. Good job, Coach.
Right.
Appreciate
it.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, we will be signing off. And again, the next time the Blue Jays are in action is on Saturday. So make sure that you tune in. The good news for you is I will not be broadcasting, and I think Jason is.
I am not.
Oh, you are not.
I am
so
not.
You guys are really lucky. And again, Tim is also not doing the camera. So
Thank
you
goodness.
guys are really lucky. So, yeah. So, again, thank you for joining us tonight. And for Kendra Craven and Jason Leibel, have a good evening.